Hey, what's going on? What's going on? This is your boy, Mr. Unique, and you have tuned in to Dear Singles Podcast, episode number 1. But listen, let me tell you, you have tuned in at the right time. I'm gonna go ahead and jumpstart this thing with a good conversation, good topic. You know it, dating multiple people at one time. Some people think it's cool, some people don't. I'm gonna give you the pros and cons for it, and then you make the decision. But at least you know the pros and the cons for that decision that you're making. So then you can't act like you didn't know. And there's some things I'm gonna point out that you probably didn't know or probably didn't realize. But whenever you realize it, you're gonna start to think about it, and then you might not do it. Then again, you just might. So check this out. First, let's go with the why. Why do you want to date multiple people at one time? I know you probably have gotten your heart broken before. You probably think the reason you got your heart broken is because you jumped on the first person that seemed interesting. Or maybe some of your friends telling you don't need to just date one person. Get out there, play the field, date multiple people, find out what's out there. It ain't like you having sex with everybody, blah, 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 blah. You better be careful what you listen to. But check this out. I'm going to give you some pros and some cons for it. Now that you probably have figured out what your why is, let me give you some pros. I ain't gonna stay on here very long. I'm just gonna give you some nuggets to take you on your day and maybe make you think a little bit. Because Dear Singles is about thought-provoking questions. And it's gonna make you think, I promise. So check this out. Here go 3 pros that I'm gonna give you for dating multiple people at one time. Number 1, having all the options. See, when you date multiple people at one time, I'm talking about dating, listen, okay, let me break it down, because I know some people talking about, okay, well, I'm just getting to know, so I ain't dating. Same thing, okay? If you getting to know multiple people at one time, going out on dates, talking on the phone, giving them your time, whatever it is, I'm talking about you, okay? I'm talking about you. I'm just going to give you some pros and cons, though. So I ain't down you for do it. Because if that's what you want to do, do it. Just know every action got a reaction. And you reap what you sow. So check this out. Okay. So you have all the options. Why you have all the options? Because you have made it known up front. You know how we like to say, well, I tell them up front, blah, blah, blah. I'm dating multiple people. I do have friends. Ain't like I'm in no relationship with nobody. You know, blah, blah, blah. Right? So you done been man or woman enough to tell them up front you do see other people. Because that's what you think is good, right? At least I told them up front, right? Okay, cool. That's good because you got all the options. Yeah, you got all the options. So, number 2, you get to feel wanted by many people at one time. I know that feel good, don't it? To feel wanted by everybody you see almost. And you could get their number, they get your number, and they blow your phone up, and you just feel like you just the stuff, right? That feel good, right? That's a pro for it. And number 3, you get to be the entertainer of the month. Yep, you get to entertain multiple people. You get to exercise your acting career as in entertaining multiple people all month long. Because normally it don't take a whole month anyway to figure out if you want to date the person one-on-one or not. So that's your pros. Now let's drop to the cons for dating multiple people. Well, let me go back over the pros again. Number 1 is having all the options. Number 2, you get to feel wanted by many people at once. And number 3, you get to be the entertainer of the month. Now let's go to the cons. Number 1, instead of you having all the options, now you become the option. Yeah, yep. I know what you're probably thinking is everybody is an option. Right, everybody is an option. But you have a choice to be an option if you know up front. Somebody better catch that. You have an option to be, no, you can make the decision to be an option when you know up front that you are an option. Like if somebody tell you, yeah, I'm dating multiple people, but I ain't in no relationship with nobody, blah, blah, blah. You have a choice. You can either become that option or you can walk away. But you become the option. Number two, you get to start out with mixed emotions about whatever one person that you start to really feel. You get to start out with that relationship with mixed emotions. Why? Because you done been dealing with multiple people at one time. So now you got mixed emotions because when you finally pick one, comes con number three. When you finally pick one, now you got to deal with the con of dating multiple people at one time. Number three, which is you're going to experience anxiety. What you mean? No, I ain't going to experience no anxiety. Look, blah, 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 blah. I ain't worried about it. They either want me or they don't. Yeah, that sounds real good. But like I said, we're going to keep it 100 and real on Dear Singles, right? So let's deal with that problem right there. Let's deal with that con. And that con is you experiencing anxiety. What do you mean? Okay, let's say that you got three brothers. Talking to the ladies, you got three brothers that you juggling. Okay, you done told them all, I do have other friends, so I am dating other people or to get to know other people, but I ain't in no relationship. Okay, now you telling that to three other brothers. Okay, Johnny 1, Johnny 2, Johnny 3. Okay, so now you feel good about it because Johnny 1, number 2, and number 3 is still hollering at you. They still inboxing you. They still sending you messages. They still calling you. They still got your time, right? Cool. But now you got to remember you just told them up front. And then they said the same thing to you. That's why you okay with it, is because they say, yeah, me too. I mean, I ain't in no relationship, but I'm just getting to know other people. You okay with it because you feel like, look, I said it first. I'm good, right? Okay. Now you got Johnny 1, Johnny number 2, Johnny number 3 dating multiple people too. Yep. You got it. So now when you start to narrow it down, because guess what? Johnny 1, number 2, and number 3, one of those is going to start getting most of your time. And one of those you're going to start blocking. You're going to start ignoring the text. You're going to start ignoring the conversation, whatever it is. Okay, so you're going to start narrowing it down to one of them. Johnny 1, number 2, and number 3. Now, brother, same thing for you. Same thing for you. You let the woman know, look, I'm just dating multiple people at one time. I really ain't in no relationship, blah, blah, blah. You got Susie Q number 1, Susie Q number 2, Susie Q number 3. And the same thing for you, brother. You get to narrowing it down too. And now Susie Q number 1, 2, and 3, one of them finna start getting most of your time. You're going to start blocking one. You're going to start ignoring one or something, right? Because we give our time to the one that we really, really want, right? I know you. Listen, y'all know I'm telling the truth. This is a good ride for y'all this morning because you know I'm on it. I'm 100 on it this morning, right? Listen, I'm trying to tell you something because we're going to keep it 100 and real on the Dear Singles. We're going to keep it 100 and real. So check this out. So now you down to your number 1. And now you done stop giving the other two your time. And now you giving one of them your time. But now here come the anxiety because now you remember what you told them, that you date multiple people. Now you done tried to form your little questions around to see if they still dating multiple people or whatever it is, because now you catching some little feelings, the man or the woman, either one of y'all catching some feelings, and now y'all really want to tell them how you feel, but now you remembering the fact that you told them you date multiple people and they told you too. So now you wondering if they number 1. Like they your number 1. See that? It's all good with the rabbit got the gun. It's all good. No. It's all good until the rabbit got the gun, right? But that's what I'm trying to tell you. Those are the pros and cons. So now you got something to go off of that maybe you hadn't thought about. Don't date multiple people at one time. I'm just telling you. You ain't got to listen to me. You'll have a testimony, though. You'll get your little heart broken. I'm trying to tell you. Whenever you get on up in life or you start experiencing more things and you get more wisdom about life, you start knocking off those little childish things that you used to do in relationships. So instead of trying to date multiple people, take that time to learn yourself. Take that time to know what purpose God got on your life. Take that time to understand who you are. So whenever you do meet that person, you can come in that person's life with purpose, on purpose. I know it don't seem good. I know it don't seem fun. I know it seems like, man, I ain't really giving it my all by really getting out there. I'm tying down to one person, blah, blah, blah. No, take that time to learn to one person. See, while you trying to multiple learn people, you ain't focusing on something that one of them people is probably showing you, but you can't see because you entertained by the others. See, there is a pro. There's a bigger pro in just dating one person at one time. You get to focus. You get to understand them. You get to see what they about. You get to really study them. And then you can make a decision on whether or not this is for you or this is not for you. Then you ain't got to worry about whether or not they choosing you or not. Listen, stop with all that. I'm going to tell them up front who I am and everything and what I do and everything. And I should be fine. At least I told them up front. So it ain't like I'm hiding it or whatever. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that all sounds good when you the one saying it. And then if the one that you choose haven't told you that they see in other people, and then they tell you, you gonna feel like you got, right? Because at least you told them up front. Well, they ain't got no obligation to tell you up front. Listen, man, y'all gotta stop this. But hey, listen, know what you want and go after what you want. But I will tell you this. This is one of the reasons why I wrote my first books, which is 5 ways to attract the true God-fearing man, 5 ways to attract the true God-fearing woman. Why? Because you need to know what the person you looking for or waiting on would want in a husband or a wife. Because if you're not that, dysfunction is your peace. I'm trying to tell you. Listen to me. Listen, I appreciate y'all tuning on in for this first segment. And listen, I hope these pros and cons really help you out this morning, or this evening, or this afternoon, or tonight, whichever time that you're watching this. I appreciate you. Go ahead and subscribe. Share it with one of your friends. Share it with some of your family. Share it with anybody. I'm trying to reach that 1,000 subscribers. Why? Because I got something to say to everybody. And I know it's going to help. Peace.